Hey YouTube family, thank you for joining me today here at Jessica and Pilates. Today we're going to be doing a magic circle mat Pilates flow, a little full body mini in 15 minutes. If you don't have a magic circle, you can give a pillow a try. There might be a few movements that you'll just have to do it as a regular mat Pilates routine, but that would be an option as well. So let's go ahead and start moving with this fun magic circle. Come over to your mats. Then we're just going to take that circle out in front of you. You're going to reach your hands up and then bring the arms back down. So just warming up through those shoulders, focusing on the breath and find that length within your body. Reaching it up and back down. And as you reach up, imagine that you're pulling that circle apart. So feel like you're pulling the circle as your hands go up. Let's do two more. And a nice wide base of support with your legs. Let's hold the circle up on this next one. So think about keeping that lower body stable. Twist, rotate to your right, come to center. Twist, rotate to your left and to center. So rotating through the torso, we're going to keep the shoulders out of the ears. Good. And seeing if you can keep that lower body stable. So as you twist the right, think about that hip reaching forward in opposition. Let's do one more time to each side. And then once we're even, we'll come back through the middle and we're going to bring that circle into your chest. So sit bone distance apart with those legs. Step one foot back. And you're going to twist and rotate to that bent leg. Come to center and step together. Opposite leg back. Twist and rotate. Center and the other. Step it back. Rotate. Center and the other. Deepening into that breath. Good. And feel that torso rotating. Just giving that circle a little pull with that outside hand. So feel like you're pulling that circle back in your chest. And pull. Let's do one more time to each side so you feel even. Opening up through that front body. Good. And then coming back through center. We're going to take that circle, place it down onto your calves. So down onto those calves. And then we're just going to try to lift your heels and lower. Lift and lower. Lift up, moving through that ankle joint. Feeling that little squeeze of the circle as we do this. Good. Warming up those calf muscles. Let's do three more. Two. One more. Let's hold down. We're just going to squat down and press back with our arms. Squat down and press back. Squat down and press back. Sitting back into those hips. We're going to keep those knees behind the toes. So find that invisible chair behind you. Let's do three more. And two. One more. And then let's go ahead, nod your chin to your chest, roll your spine down, just set that circle onto the mat in front of you. Nod your chin to your chest, bend the knees, let your hands find the mat, and then roll all the way back up. Let's do that two more times. Chin in the chest, roll down, bend the knees, and then moving from the pelvis, articulate your spine back up. And on this next one, let's go ahead and hold down, bend the knees, and then step one foot back at a time. Good. So from here, lift out those armpits. Let's just do a couple shoulder shrugs. So draw your shoulder blades together, press them apart. Shoulder blades together, press apart. Let's do three more. Like a mini push-up through your scapula. And one more, holding it up, and then take opposite arm, opposite leg, coming back in, and then reach. Good, so alternating right and left. Doing that opposite arm, opposite leg, just warming up into our planking, deepening into that breath, and just one more time to each side. We'll come back through the middle. We're going to bring those legs out in front of you, sitting on your butt. And I'm going to hold the circle out in front of me, open my legs a little bit wider than my pelvis, and I'm going to spine stretch forward. And then I'm going to articulate back up, and I'm going to extend through the spine as I reach the circle up. Bringing the circle back down. Nod the chin to chest, spine stretch forward. Articulate back to upright, reach the arms up, extend through the spine. Working to still keep the shoulder blades drawn down toward your back pockets. Arms come down, spine stretch forward. Moving from the pelvis, articulate back up. Find that extension in your spine as the hands reach up. Let's do two more. Rolling forward, back up, hands reach, lengthen through the body, coming back down. And let's do one more time with that extension. Reaching up, extend through the spine, Bring yourself back to upright. And then now, feel free to bend the knees to make this a little bit nicer. But as slow as you can, bone by bone, roll your spine down till your head finds the mat. Reach those arms overhead. Hands back to the sky. Nod the chin to chest. Crease at your chest line. Press into the circle as you roll up. Good. And then feel like you're pulling the circle apart as you roll your spine down. Hands reach overhead. Hands back to the sky. Nod the chin to the chest. Crease at the chest line. Press down through your hips and your heels. And then press into the circle as you come back up. So again, moving from the pelvis, pull the circle apart as you roll down. Hands reach overhead. Hands back to the sky. And then press into the circle to come back up. Let's do 2 more. Pull the circle apart as you roll down. Hands reach overhead. Hands back to the sky. Chin in the chest. Crease, press down to the hips and the heels. And press into that circle as you come back up. 1 more. Roll it back down. Pull that circle apart. And on the way up, press into the circle to help you articulate back to upright. So find that length in your spine, twist and rotate to your right, saw off your pinky toe, articulate back up, other side. Press in the circle, articulate down towards your pinky toe, center, and rotate. So rotate the torso, lengthen down towards your pinky toe, articulate back up, twist and rotate. Press in the circle, scoop the abs, articulate down, good, and back to center. Let's do 1 more time. Each side. And then once you're even, coming all the way back to upright, and then as slow as you can, bone by bone, roll your spine down till your head connects on the mat. Let's go ahead and bend your knees, feet flat on the mat. We're actually going to take the pad of the circle underneath the base of your skull. So it's almost like you have a little pillow, a little crown going on, halo, and you're going to take your other hands into the opposite pad of the circle. Good. Elbows wide, draw the shoulders out of the ears. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. I'm going to lift into a crunch. As I do this, I'm also pressing my hands into the circle to help assist, and then slowly lower back down. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower. I really love the circle for crunches because it helps to take any pressure out of the neck. So just let your head feel supported by that back pad of the circle, and then slowly lower. And as you lift, feel that flattening of the abs. So hug the hip bones in, draw the abs down, and then slowly resist it back down. Let's do 2 more of these preps. And then on this next one, let's go ahead and lift and hold. So as we lift and hold, creasing up that chest line, looking towards your inner thighs, take 1 leg up to tabletop at a time. So focus on that pelvic stability, and if you need to, still lower the head down at any point and reset. Stay here, or let's bring both legs up to tabletop. Tap the toes down and lift. Tap down and lift. Without letting the spine change, so keep that spine stable, it's just those legs moving. Let's do 2 more. Hold the legs up in tabletop, reach 1 leg out straight, crisscross, rotate to that bent thigh, and then rotate to the other thigh. Again, still let your head feel nice and heavy. Your head feel heavy in the circle. Good. Elbows wide. And work to bring that opposite rib up and over to that opposite hip. Let's do 1 more time to each side. And then as you're even, we're going to find ourselves back in the middle. Stretch those legs up to the sky. Lower the legs, bend them in, and reach them back up. Lower the legs, bend back to tabletop, stretch them back to the sky. Let's do 2 more in this direction. And then on this next one, hold those legs out long. Let's reverse it. Float the legs up, bend the knees, and then shoot the legs straight back out. Float up, and of course, make this range of motion a little smaller. You don't have to go so low with the legs. The lower the legs go, the more challenging it is to maintain the stability through your torso. Let's do 2 more. And 1. And then bend those knees, let your feet find the mat. Take the circle out and lower that head down. So now pads of the circle are going to go between the upper inner thighs, above the knee, and then hands flat at your side. So we're going to keep all 10 toes still facing straight ahead, but make sure you have that whole entire foot. Heel, ball the big toe, ball the pinky toe on the mat, and let's lift into a flat back bridge. Lift up and back down. And keep in mind, the closer your legs come, the more intense that circle squeeze will be at the top. but it's staying open wide enough so that circle has no tension as you're down. Engaging into the glute and the circle on the way up. So feel that activation through the butt, but also squeeze into that circle as you lift. Good. Deepen into your inhale and fuller exhale. 5 more. Feel like your thighs are being pulled across the room. Good, and on this next one, let's hold your hips lifted. Hold up, squeeze the circle, release. Squeeze it in and release. Still work to maintain that nice solid base of support through the feet, engaging through those inner thighs. And as you squeeze the circle, almost imagine that your waist is going smaller as well. So big deep exhale as you squeeze and feel those hip bones hugging towards each other. Let's do 5 more. Keep that butt active. And on this next one, let's hold that squeeze. Hold it, and just a little pulse of your hips up. And pulse. And 1 more. Hold your hips up, and then take your time as you peel your spine back down, bone by bone. Take that circle into your hands. Reach your hands up to the... Actually, let's take the circle onto your toes. We'll come up a fun way. So press your feet into that pad of the circle. I'm holding the opposite pad. I'm going to press into my feet as I nod my chin to my chest. Keep pressing in the circle, and whew, went too far. Lift up into your teaser. So let's go slowly back down, all the way down, and then press your feet into the circle as you lift, but also pull with your hands. Good, shoulders out of the ears. And then take your time, bend the knees, and roll yourself back down. Let's do 2 more teasers like this. Press in the circle, lift up, open up through the chest, and then take your time, slowly back down, and we'll do 1 more. Press in the circle, nod the chin to the chest, slowly come up, and then we'll take that circle out, and then bring those legs back down. So let's turn sideways. And so as you turn sideways, we're gonna have both feet off to one side, and I'm just gonna take the circle to the other side of me. So my arm fairly straight, shoulder out of the ear, and we're gonna lean over for a side bend, and then come back up. Lean over for a side bend. I'm pressing down through my armpit, so I'm pressing the circle to the floor as I go over. So you should feel a little armpit activation here. Deepen into that breath and feel this opposite hip reaching to the mat in opposition. It doesn't have to touch, just see if you can keep it reaching down. Let's do 3 more. And 1. And then we'll come back up, swing those legs to the other side, and let's repeat. So circle off to my side, my arm is straight, shoulder out of the ear, other arm to a T, and lean over. Press down through the armpit. So you can see I'm bending my elbow. Still, we're gonna keep my shoulder away from the ear. So feeling the activation through the bottom side, under the armpit side, to help press the circle down. Good. Deepen into your breath. And feel that air going into this outside lung as you go over, breathing into that rib cage. Let's do 3 more. Pressing into that circle. And 2. Let's do 1 more. And then take your time as you come back up. So once you're upright, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna come onto your knees. I'm gonna place the pad of the circle kind of right at my sternum, right between the breast here. Between your chest. And then you're gonna take that circle to the mat. I'm gonna come onto my knees. You can also do this in a full plank position. And so just make sure that circle feels mildly comfortable. It's not gonna be comfortable. We're gonna do a tricep push-up. So I'm gonna send those elbows back and press right back up. Lower and lift. So using the circle to help assist with the push-up. So again, if you really don't feel like you need it, you can try it without. But feel that resistance in both directions. And you could even challenge yourself by being able to hold a little bit longer into that deep push-up position. Let's do 5 more. And let's hold it down, little pulses for 5. All the way back up. Good. And I'm just going to take that circle out in front of me, laying down on my belly. I'm going to hold the pads of the circle out in front of me with my hands and shoulders relax out of the ears. I'm gonna lift everything up and back down. And as I lift up, I'm just kind of pressing into the circle, just getting a little squeeze. Lifting with my upper back, relaxing the shoulders out of my ears, and thinking pubic bone down, and feeling my abs hug up. Let's do 3 more. 2. Let's hold your lift and let's swim those legs. Good, keep squeezing that circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower it back down. Let's press up onto our hands and our knees and just do a few cat-cows here. So round the spine, looking towards those inner thighs, and extend, open up the chest, open up your heart. Round, and extend. One more round, and extend. Good. And I hope you enjoyed today's magic circle flow. Go ahead and hit that like button, toss in some comments down below. Let me know how you're feeling after today's circle work. And hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified every time I post a new video. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon.